Hi, everyone. So I want to see if you watch your data like I watch my data. Not that I care if you do what I do. It's just that if you want quality driven to help you, I would know your numbers really well. And then as you notice changes, act on them quickly. So this is a demo account, and we use it a lot to show failing scores and what happens. So this is not my account, but this is what I do in our maid service quality driven account. I know what our normal response rate is. I know what our normal excellent percentage is, and then what our overall score is. Those are the things that I watch most often. And of course, the dashboard is what comes up first. So I look at that, of course, quite a bit. Now, in my maid service, I've noticed over the last 30 days, we've had a 10% drop in our percent of excellence. So normally it has been around 88%, which is really, really high and great, but it has slipped as low as 78% recently. And while it's a temporary slip, I hope it is a slip. And what I think quality driven can really help you with is catching these things early, and don't wait till it's a huge, huge problem. And we're talking about percent of excellence slipping, not complaints. So it's higher level. So if I see my percent of excellence slipping, then the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to go into reports, and I'm going to go to the employees report, and I'm pulling up last 30 days just to have some data. Okay, and then I would come down here, and what I'm looking for is I would be looking for the total number of surveys sent, and I can't see percentages on this report, but it's easy enough to know, and I wish this had a little better data, but it's easy enough to know what percentage it is when I look at this number of excellence compared to the total number of surveys that they've had. So when I determine who my culprits are, and sometimes you can determine that by the ranking, because the ranking is going to take in account the score, the percent of excellence, survey sent, response rate. So sometimes the ranking itself will kind of pinpoint that. But in this particular example, I'm really looking at the number of excellence, or the percentage. So once I identify that, then I want the people in the office to, whether that be the VA, our VA service, or Janice, the office manager, I want her to go into the surveys. And then what you can do is I could go last 30 days. I could pull up the employee that I want, that I've identified, or employees. And I can go to no scores, apply the filter, and unfortunately, there's no data. But in real life, there's data. And so what I ask Janice or Pink Collars to do is to go down this list and make calls to the people who have not responded, because I've identified this employee as having a score drop, and I want to, or a percentage drop, and I want to delve in and find out if the people who haven't answered, if it's possibly because they don't want to complain. So that's how I do it in my maid service, to be able to work remotely and keep an eye on things and change things before they become a big problem.